Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I've come on to show you how to make this lovely little pleated gift bag. It's the same on both sides. I've put the strap on with the brad and the inspiration for this bag comes from before I became a paper crafter. I used to sew. If you go onto my Facebook group, Crafting with Danielle Rose or Crafting with Riley and Rose, that's run by myself and Sandra Riley, there are pictures of my tote bags, fabric tote bags that I used to make, and I used to make them with pleats in, and I just wanted to replicate that into my paper crafting. So yeah, that is what we're going to make today. So for this project you are going to need not very many supplies really. You just want your base for the actual box, and this needs to measure 8 inches by 9.5 inches. Then you want a front and back piece. I'm going to go for pink this time. That wants to be 8 inches by 5 and you need 2. And then you just need a couple of decorative pieces, which is a 1/2 inch, and I've just cut that by 6, and you need 2 of those, but we're going to be chopping into them anyway. And then for a strap I've gone for a white piece. So again it's just a 1/2 inch by the full length of your A4 piece of paper, and then just something to decorate really. And I got this lovely little trim that Sandra Riley sent to me. It's really pretty and it just really makes the bag look nice. For inside the bag, which is this bit, you can reinforce this or use a thicker card. But to make the pleats, I mean, it's entirely up to you, but I have got quite a thin card because it's easier when you're trying to pleat the card that it just doesn't crack and things. Then you're going to want 2 brads. I've just got silver ones. Right, so I didn't write any measurements. I've just this minute finished making it, and when I really get into making things I just make them. I don't write anything down. But luckily enough I've remembered what I did. I just get something in my head and then it's just like I really want to make it, and do forget to write it down. But let's hope I don't forget. So all we're going to do on this is score on the 9.5 inch side at 4 inches and just turn it around and score again at 4 inches. And on the short side you want to score at 1.5 inches, turn it around and 1.5 inches again. Just going to put that to one side and bring in our 2 pleated pieces. Now what I did for this was I just took the centre on the long side, which is 4 inches, and you score straight down the middle. Then you want 4.5 and 5, 3.5 and 3. Now I think that's enough. If it's not, we'll have to add them in again. So again, I took the centre of the card, and then we'll go up in 0.5 inches, 4, 4.5 inches and 5. Then we're going to go back down, so 3.5 and 3. That's what you're going to do for that. Then for the corner pieces, I've just taken a circle die, and this one is just a Stampin' Up one that I had. It's a roughly, from edge to edge, it's around about it's about 2 5/8 of an inch, and you're just going to place that onto your corners. So you could use anything, you don't have to use the same size as me, your just edges would be a bit different. And you're just going to draw around the edges, and then again on the other bottom edge. So now you know that this is your bottom, and then you want to repeat that on here. When I used to do this on my bags, I used to use a plate. Does anybody else do that? So onto each corner, and then you can just cut those off with your scissors. So I'm not the best at cutting, I'll give myself that. just, let me just take it off the camera a minute. My eyesight is terrible. So you just want to round the corners off. Okay, just like that. And as you can see, I haven't quite caught the corner. Do you know when you're not doing this on a video, it just goes perfect, but then when you come to do it on your video, it just goes not very good. So that will do. And then you just want to do the next one. I'm just not great at cutting by hand at all. I could not fussy cut to save my life. Just making sure you don't have any points on your card. Okay, so that's fine. And then I'm just going to pause the video and we're just going to cut the other two off, okay? Okay, so my corners aren't great, but still they're there. You just take a little bit more time than I've just done. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 5 score lines. You want to fold in half and score. Okay. And then what you're going to do, let me just see which way this has to go. The middle one in half, and you want to pinch it to that score line. I'll bring it up in a minute so that you can see. Don't score it all the way down. Okay, so there's your score line. You want to pinch it in half and pull it up to that first score line there. Okay, that's what you want to do. So you've got your first pleat, and we do need to put another score in. I thought we did. So just popping it back in, you need to put another score at 2.5 and do another one at 5.5. Okay. So then you just want to fold in your pleat again. So we've folded the middle one and we've halved it over. Then you want to do the same again with this one to the first score line. Okay, so you've now got 2 pleats like that. Then what we're going to do is take this pleat halfway in between that one. Just check. That one, not the last one. It is a bit hard. So you're pinching it and you're pushing it halfway. So you've got your 3 pleats now, like that. So you leave that score line and you leave the first one. I'm just going to try do that again. Centre score line, fold it in half. See if this one is a bit easier. Okay. So you're pinching on that score line, it's quite hard, to that score line. Alright, let me just, need to really lay it flat to do it. Okay, so you're pinching the first score line halfway in between the next one to the first score line there. Can you see? So we do need to put some more scores back in anyway. One at 2.5 and at 5.5. Okay, so your first score line, pinch it in half there to the next score line to the left. Okay, then you're going to do it with this score line halfway to this one. Okay. So you're kind of missing a score line as you go. So now you've got that. Okay. So then what we're going to do is this score line, this one, halfway to there. So just pinching it. I tell you, it's a lot easier with fabric. Like that. Okay. So now you've got your 3 scores, and this is why I said thinner fabric is better. Paper. Okay, so now you've got that. One moment. Okay, sorry about that. When I was just doing that, then I realised that it's not... It's 5 inches by 7, not by 8. So we've got our pleats, and what we're going to do is glue them with your glue. I really hope you understood it. Can be a bit fiddly when you're first having a go at it, but just keep with it because, you know, it does work. So you want to pop some glue on each one of your pleats and then just hold them down. So just pressing them down. Use your bone folder because you're going to cover it up anyway. So if you do get a little bit of glue there, it doesn't matter. Okay. So just give them a good press down. If you've got a little peg or a paper clip or anything like that, you can just pop that on there. So we're going to do this next one. So open up your pleats. Okay. And then hold them down. Because it is card, I was going to actually sew it on my machine and see what that looks like. That might be one to do another time. So just pressing them down again. Like so. Just holding them for a minute, a bit closer up, because that's not holding. Let me just bring this one back in, and then I'll just hold that one to one side a minute. So then when it's glued, you can take your silver strips, and we're just going to place them across the top. So just centering it, just put a little mark, and then take your scissors and just cut that in half, and then glue that on. Just make sure you can still see. So just glue that along that top. And you're going to have to press down a little bit because of the pleats. And then the rest of your strip should just sit. Just snip a little bit of that off. It doesn't matter if it doesn't fully meet because it will do. Let's put a bit of hot glue on that. It doesn't matter if it doesn't fully meet. So I'm just moving on to the second one. If your glue don't stick the pleats, just use a little bit of hot glue. That's what I've just done. So you want to stick your edge on and then just come back in and stick your next edge on. And that's why we're going to put something in the middle to cover up any little hidden mistakes or just the bits that aren't closed very, you know, like that. So just cutting off some of this. This lovely trim. Now I don't mind all these little bits of tulle around it, I quite like that, but you could sit there and cut it all off if you want. So that's going to sit over the top like that, and we may as well, no, I won't put that on yet, but so there are your two bottom pieces. Next you can move on then to your box. So you want to fold that in half. Well, just fold and burnish on all of your score lines. Like I said, you can do a little piece along the bottom on the inside just to reinforce the bottom. So if you're going to do that, you need a piece that's going to measure 4 7/8 by about just slightly under 1 1/2. Let me just find the 1 1/2. and then you can just sit that piece in the middle like that. So we'll glue that on. Right. I'm just going to place that in the middle, making sure that they both fold up, and they do. So then what you're going to do is you've got 2 squares, just going to cut up into them and notch on both sides, and then turn it around, just do the other side, and then notch again. I love this little bag, I think it's brilliant. I really do like it. So then, because we want a hidden middle bit, going to pull up your sides and glue them on the outside, glue flaps to the outside, and then bring in your 2 sides, and that's going to be your box. You can reinforce this bit if you like. I'm not going to for the video, but you can, and then it will make it all stronger. But don't forget, just reinforce with some plain card, because it is going to be hidden anyway. So hold your flaps up and stick those on. So you've got them on, and then placing some glue on the outer ones. Then you can just bring it up and fold them over, like so. And you can just bring your hand in, glue that down, and then just repeat that on the side as well, like that. Just bring in your bone folder, and now what you're going to do is bring back the sides, and I turned it over and laid my box down, making sure, I'll zoom you in a bit, making sure that the box meets just below there, okay? So I'm going to draw just a little pencil line on that one, and then again on this one as well. You don't have to do that. And then what we're going to do is glue the whole thing. Make sure you really glue the sides. And you're going to turn that over and place that on your mark, just making sure that it's pretty central. Just pick that up a minute. And then get your hand in and just run your bone folder down. It does take some sticking to the pleats at the top, but once you've got it, then it's stuck. And you, of course, you could use hot glue again. And there we go. So that's one side. And then we just want to do the opposite side. So again, just making sure, especially at the top there where you're going to glue that to your pleats. And then you can just bring in your other one, place that down, just making sure that it pretty much lines up. Just one moment. Okay, I was just lining that up. Sometimes you just do need to put your head there. So, rubbing that down. Yeah, I think I have. I've made this one slightly higher. I thought I had. It's still going to work, so that's fine. So then you've got your bag. I've made the top slightly higher, whereas this one touches there. That's okay, it still works. Oh dear. So now we're going to hot glue these on. It'll still work, it's fine. So getting some hot glue, covering up all that mess, if you have any, with your nice pretty flower on the front and then again on the back. And then what you can do next is, you can measure if you want to, but I am just going to eyeball halfway. That's okay there. So just put a couple of dots on there, and then what I did on this one was I just scored at 3/4 of an inch on one end of the strap, and then again at 3/4 of an inch on the other end. We just bend these in, and it's just for strength, just to strengthen up your strap really. Now that will teach me for not writing down the measurements. So if you, hopefully you've watched this before you've started making it, all you need to do is just shorten the length here, and then it will fit the inside box a little bit better, or lengthen the inside box, but either way it still works quite nicely. So then just give your strap a little bend. So then you just want to take a hole punch. This is just a 1/8 of an inch punch, and punch your holes on either side. And then I just measured in between my 1/2 inch strip, and just punched another 2 holes. Oops. Get in. Oh dear. Okay, so one there, just didn't want to go in, and one there. And then I've decided to put my straps, not strips, on the inside of the box, and then open that out, and then we'll just take the last one, push it through your box, push your strap through there, and then just open, oops, let's have a look. Open the brad inside, and there we go. I quite like it a bit bigger actually, so it still does work exactly the same. You've still got your, it's just this top bit comes up higher, that's all. So you can see the difference. One is slightly bigger than the other, but I really don't mind. I hope you don't. Like I said, if you haven't already gone ahead and made it, just shorten the length here by 1 inch. That's the difference. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. Hope you'll give it a go. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you again next time. Bye.